Hmm.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played this in multiplayer. I probably should have done that. Oh, I always forget about victory cards. So what's your first question looking at this right now?
I don't know. I'm looking at the thing. Okay. A victory card conquers specific area.
Ignore that.
Okay. My first question is I need to find how to turn down the volume.
If you press escape, you should be able to get into your options screen.
Alright, let me see. Alright. Oh, that's much better. Okay, that's much better.
Okay.
Alright, so... Like, is this turn-based?
Yes and no. Each turn is basically a day, but days turn into months and months turn into years.
Okay.
You're going to pay attention to days more for your troops moving and your diplomats moving. Months are more for income and certain events. Or there are certain timers that trigger on monthly. Your average timer is going to be on a month, and you're more you have a yearly timer for other things, such as for the more overall type stuff.
Okay. So, how do I take a turn?
You unpause the game.
Okay.
But let's not do that. Turns are automatic, so they keep happening at a certain interval depending on the speed of the game.
Okay.
There are 5 different speeds. That's basically how fast a day will tick on you.
Okay.
I think at speed 1 it's like 5 seconds per day.
Okay.
So
It seems rather fast. Even is speed 1 the lowest speed?
yeah, it seems fast until you actually play the game and you realize you're playing 400 years.
Okay.
And things don't get done. If you click your little shield, you'll get the open and closed country view. You'll see your court.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently in an interregnum, which is kind of bad, because the 3 values below it are 0, 0, 0.
Okay.
Those tie into your monarch points, which if you look at your name and across from it, you have administrative power, diplomatic power, and military power.
Okay.
Those you do, we'll get into what you spend those on. If you go back to your country view, there's we currently have no legal heir. This is the person that takes over after us.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're in interregnum, we're going to remain in an interregnum for a while. The consort is the person who would take over if we have a legal heir. If we have a consort, she'll take over if we die and we have no heir or the heir's too young.
Okay.
I think. Something like that. And then we have 3 advisor slots. Each of these, we pay them money on a monthly basis, and every month they add 1 more to our monarch power.
Okay.
So yeah, the monarch powers are 5, 2, 2 right now. That's how much we're getting on monthly tick.
Okay.
There's a button next to it called National Focus. Don't worry about that. What that really does is increase. It gives +2. No. Yeah, +2 to the value of that by taking 1 away from each of the others.
Okay.
We are currently, if we look at our treasury, if you hover over the number on the top, it's where the coins are.
Yeah. Okay.
Your top banner.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, that's our treasury, followed by our manpower number, followed by our sailor count, followed by our stability, followed by corruption, which is kind of bad. We always want that as 0. Prestige, and legitimacy. Legitimacy can be replaced with different numbers, but they are pretty much the strength of the ruling class of the ruler. And then power projection is how much influence we have around us militarily. So in our country view, if you look at the next tab, we go from court to government, which are the icons on there on the top.
Okay.
We are currently a kingdom.
All right.
There are 3 different type: duchy, kingdom, empire. Yeah. Yeah, duchy, kingdom, empire. Each of those requires a certain amount of development to increase it by. We currently have 181. We need 1,000 to make it to the next level.
Okay.
And that will be the higher the kingdom, the better it is usually. Because we are a kingdom, we get a free diplomat, extra diplomat, which is normally you have 2. We have 3 right now.
Okay.
Our primary culture is Polish. That will matter eventually when we get more states. Also in our country we have Ruthenian.
Okay.
That's 20% of are the majority in 20% of our provinces. Man, the only way I can think about that is like these guys are gerrymandered.
Oh.
So
okay.
yeah, in a province they are the majority, and then they get, because they're the majority, they get they apply the bonuses. Next tab is diplomacy. It'll show us if we're still on this country. It'll show you the basic information for that country.
Okay.
Enemies. These are the people who have declared us rivals: Denmark, Hungary, and the Teutonic Order. If you click on the flag on the rivals tab, or the rivals flags, you can set rivals.
Okay.
We want to set. You can click on them. We want to set the rivals to people next to us that we want to beat up, because that will get us power projection. So the Teutonic Order should be a rival. You want to set that.
Okay.
Hungary should be a rival because she's next to us as well. You click the next flag, but see here we got Bohemia, Denmark, Lithuania, Ottomans. We don't want to set Ottomans as a rival because A, they're strong, and we want to fight them with a coalition type thing.
Okay.
Bunch of allies. Lithuania we don't want to set as a rival because we want to get Lithuania all its territory, and if we set it as a rival we won't get all the territory because we'll get to that. Denmark controls Norway and Sweden. We ourselves controlled Mazovia and Moldavia, the 2 little things next to us.
Yeah, I see it.
And the next one is Bohemia, which controls Selesnya. I think Bohemia would be a better choice.
Okay.
Now, under this will give you the basic information for your country, depending on certain modifiers and such. But these are diplomatic modifiers. Like, we currently have a truce with the Ottomans, because this scenario this point takes place after a battle between, like, a coalition battle between Austria and the Ottomans, which we joined in.
Okay.
We have a march, which is Moldavia, and we have a vassal, which is Mazovia. These are people we control, technically. They're AI, but they're under our protection. They're basically like little AI units. Well, they're all AI units. They're just little places we can control. If you click on them on the map, you'll be able to see their different see their stuff as well. And then we grant both these people the option of moving military units within us, and they grant the ability of our military units to move through them. Now, the most important thing right now, we have 2 out of 4 of our diplomatic relations are being used. 2 for our 2 vassals. We're going to want to save 1 for Lithuania. Next comes our ally. Who do we want to team up with to beat other people up?
I don't know. Well, and I don't know how do I set the ally?
We're going to get to that.
Okay.
I want you to look at the map, and the people we chose as rivals, we're going to want to beat up at least one of them. I'm going to disclude Bohemia for the moment. I'll explain that later, but... So we want to either fight the Teutonic Order or Hungary.
Teutonic Order.
Which people are between Pomerania and the Livonian Order, because they're right next to it, who do you want to ally? To beat them up with?
Okay. So we have so the Teutonic Order, where are the Teutonic Order on the map? Because I don't see them.
North of us.
Okay, they don't show up with a flag, but...
What do you mean?
Well, like, because a lot of the things in the map show up with flags. I guess...
Oh.
Yeah.
You're seeing Selesnya, Mazovia, and Moldavia's armies?
Yeah, that's right.
You have, on the map you see basically like 6 units with flags.
Okay, so Teutonic Order is through Lithuania. Okay,
yeah.
I see it. Okay.
If you click on the country, you'll get their diplomatic view, or right-click if you're not in that area.
Okay, and they've got a couple of things. They're actually share a border with us.
Yeah.
I think is Pomerania one of our rivals?
Nope. We have Bohemia, Hungary, and Teutonic Order.
Pomerania looks like it'd be a good one.
All right. You want to click on Pomerania.
Okay.
Click the Alliance tab, and then offer it an alliance.
And which one is that under diplomacy or?
Oh yeah, we're still in diplomacy. You can right-click a country to immediately go to this diplomacy.
Do I go to alliance actions?
Yes.
Offer alliance. Okay.
Offer alliance confirm.
Yep.
The yes thing has a bar there telling you whether how many reasons why they should accept and reasons why they shouldn't accept.
Yeah.
You can manipulate that with various other things. But you see on our diplomats, You should have an outliner, which is to your right.
Okay.
And one of our diplomats has been used.
Okay.
So he's out for 5 days. We can't use him for the next 5 days.
Okay.
All right, back to our country view. From diplomacy, we're going to economy.
Okay.
Basically, how we get money and why we're spending money. The buttons on the bottom are raise war taxes. That's something we can press in times of war. Reduce inflation. We generally don't want to do this, but we might. Declare bankruptcy. This is the button we never ever want to press.
Okay.
And then we have take loan. Pretty simple. You take a simple interest loan. For 90, you get 95 ducats, and for the next 5 years, you're paying on the you're paying it down.
Okay.
And then we have repay loans, repay all your loans, and then debase currency. We might click this because the last time I was playing this as the autumns like 2 days ago, and I clicked this button so many times because I kept getting corruption reducers. Alright, you see this little, well, it would be a graph type bar, but there's an arrow, and below it there's a 0.00.
Yes.
That's our inflation, and that's the arrow tells you whether it's stable, decreasing, or increasing.
Okay.
Then we have war exhaustion, which is below the little window type thing there. We have 0 out of 20. This will build up during times of war, or when we're at war. We never want 20, but it will also decrease during times of peace. And this is our development. Next little thing is our development. And that's basically how much money we're going to get, or how much value is in our country. Trades the next tab, trade, is kind of complicated. I don't know the current setup for it, or current. Okay. On your map, there's 4 buttons to the top right of it. You want the bottom left of those, which just says economic map mode.
Okay.
And you just want to click the button that says trade.
So let's see, economic map mode. So none of the ones that says send.
No, we want to go to the map mode, which is, if you look at your bottom right of your screen, there's a map.
Okay.
With partial.
Yes, I see it.
To the top, above that, there's 4 buttons in like blue. The bottom left of that should have is called economic map modes. You can click it, and then it'll give you this thing called. And the top one is trade.
Yes.
You want to click that. I'm pretty sure there's there's 10 quick buttons, and then one of those actually matches up to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've reset mine custom, so I don't know how it looks in a base game, but.
So I said trade.
Now you see a bunch of numbers on the screen, and arrows.
I see a lot of numbers. Yes.
See a lot of numbers and arrows pointing to going in a direction. This is basically how trade works. You have our trade node, which is in Krakow, which has our little guy in it. This is our main trade node. We collect value here. We have a merchant